Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in Model 2. In this video, the topic which we are going to discuss is data types in Java. We know that data types are the very important primary element in any kind of programming. Before going to write a program in one language, we must know what the types supported by the programming language. Whatever the language, either C language or C++ language or Java or Python, whatever the programming language you are going to execute and explore, we must know the data types, variables, and its compatibility, how the operators are supported in that language. So these are all the most preambles of preamble concepts which before going to program one language, right? Program before going to create one application in particular programming language. In this way, as we are traveling from in Java, we are going to discuss about the data types in Java. Let us go to the topic. The Java keywords. So in Java language, there are 50 keywords currently defined in this versions. What may be the keywords means many of the keywords we already familiar. Abstract, it is sorted out in the A to Z alphabetical order. So it will start from abstract, assert, boolean, break, byte, case, catch, character, class, constant, continue, and so on. So likewise, there are 50 keywords currently defined in the present Java versions. These keywords are segregated in types of operators, separators, and it will be access specifier. It may be a exception handlers, and it may be a class keyword. It may define the what is the superclass or subclass, or it may define the for looping statement and break statement, continue statement. So likewise, there are in total there are 50 keywords are defined in the Java. Coming to our topic, data types, variables, and arrays is a major one. Before going to study these kind of variables and arrays, we must know about the data types. We know that Java is a strongly typed language, right? So every variable has a type, and similarly every expression has a type, and every type is strictly defined, right? So we are going in reverse direction. That means if the type is strictly defined, we can have the expression with a strict typed language expression, and we can have that variable has a correct type, right? So this is what defined as Java is a strictly typed language. And second point is, when we are going to assign one variable with another values, the compatibility, type compatibility is a very important one. Since the type compatible, if the types are not incompatible, there will be errors will occur. So that is what second one is, type compatibility. And there are some automatic conversions of type compatibility is available, but if it is the conflicting types, there is no automatic conversions available in any of the language. So similarly in Java also there is no automatic conversions of conflicting types. That and all we will see in the next video. And any type mismatches occurs, it should be corrected before the compiler, before going to compile the class. And coming to the types, data types, there are 8 primitive types of data available in Java. Those are started from byte, short, int, long, character, float, double, and boolean. Almost 8 primitive data types are available in Java. So again, another name for these primitive data types are simple types, as we know that. Byte is a simple, short, int, long, character, float, double, and boolean are the simple types. Let us see one by one in each explained way. So there are 8 primitive data are available. No, byte, short, int, long, character, float, double, and boolean. First we'll see integers. Integers, it will group, and this group includes the byte, short, integer, long, and long also it is included. What may be the values of integer means it will be valued with signed numbers, right? So it will be valid with signed numbers. Then floating point numbers. Floating point numbers, we know that the nature of floating point number, it includes the float value and double value. It has the fractional precisions, right? And characters. Characters, it includes character and also character sets like strings. So it may be the combinations of letters and numbers. And finally, Boolean. Boolean, we know that it is a special type of representing either true or false. So likewise, there are 8 primitives we will see in the next slide as byte. Byte is the smallest integer, right? We know that the meaning of byte. So byte consists of 8 bit and it starts from 128 to 127. The range of this byte is from minus 128 to plus 127. Short. Short is a signed, it is a signed 16-bit type, right? It is a double, 2 bytes are equal to short. We can tell in another way like 2 bytes are equal to short. It has the range from minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. And integer. Integer is the most commonly used integers type. It is a signed 32-bit, right? We can see the range. It is a signed in, according to Java, int has a space of 32-bit type and it has the range from some 2 lakhs to this one. And long is a signed 64-bit type, right? It is mainly used for some of the occasion where integer type of value is not enough or it is large. So at that time only this long type of data integer type will be used. Then coming to integers. Integers, we know that it includes the 4 integer types like byte, short, int and long, right? Fine. All of these are signed positive and negative values. So here this diagram shows, this table shows its width. Long is having 64-bit, int is having 32, short is having 16 and byte is having 8. So the range is also mentioned clearly in one table, right? So we can go in reverse direction like byte is the first smallest one, it has 8. Then after that short, after that int, after that long. Like this we can have the clear size of width in each type. Then byte. Byte is the smallest type, the same thing. How we can declare one variable in byte means, here example is given byte b comma c, right? It uses the keyword as byte. So here b variable and c variables are declared as byte here. And it occupies 8-bit in range. Then similarly next is short. Short is also assigned as a keyword with short s and short t and it has the range of 16 bits, right? Then integer. Next is integer. How we can declare integer? We know that it is that 32-bit of type. It has some ranges. Then long. Long is also a 64-bit. It has the if the value of that number is not it's a large one means we can use long. Then now we are going to see Java program with some examples with including the long values, integers and also some of the float values, right? So we will see now how this distance light travels using long variables is computed. So here class light, right? The name of the class is light and it starts with public static void main. Here one integer is written. Integer light speed and long days, long seconds, long distance. And light speed is equal to one value is assigned, right? Light speed is equal to assigned. Then days equal to 1000 is also assigned, right? Days is equal to 1000 is also assigned. Now we are going to calculate seconds equal to days star of 24 stars 60 star 60. We know that because days seconds will be days, the seconds will be days with 24 hours and 60 minutes 60 seconds. Similarly, distance equal to light speeds into seconds. So this is what written in system.out.println of days. Days light with travel about distance equal to miles. So I hope so how we can use long variables and int variables in a Java program. The next is floating point. Floating point is a very important another one number. It is also known as real numbers, right? It is also known as real numbers, and there are two types of floating point variables are available. One is double, another one is float. Right? We know the meaning differences between double and float. We have already studied in C programming. Right? Float occupies the 32-bit in width and double occupies the 64-bit in width. Right? So how we can calculate the area of one circle using this kind of double and float variable. Right? Class area is the class name. Here area is my class name. In public static void main double PIR comma A. R is nothing but radius and A is nothing but area. Area, yes. R is equal to 10.8 value is given. We know the meaning of pi. Pi equal to 3.1.416. And area is calculated with the formula of pi r squares, right? Pi into r, that will be calculated. Area of circle is printed here, right? So this is the example for double. Then next, characters. Characters we have already studied because it is a primitive data type. We know the meaning of character. Character, it in according to Java, character occupies 8-bit, right? So it is it occupies 8-bit. This is not the case in the Java, right? So then next we'll see one example program, character demo. Here there are two characters are declared, ch1 and ch2. ch1 is equal to 88 and okay, fine. ch2 is equal to y. So what happens when we are going to print ch1 and ch2? What will happen? ch1 plus ch, we are giving some space here, no? So ch1 will be x and ch2 will be y. That means ch1, some mistakes happen. ch1 will be x and ch2 will be y. Then Boolean. The last data type is Boolean. We know the meaning of Boolean. Boolean is a primitive data type. It will result either true or false. So we will see one example program with Boolean. Here Boolean B is my variable. B is equal to false is assigned. Now system.out.println B is equal. So what will happen? B is false will be printed. Then again B equal to true is enabled. Then after the next statement, what will print? B is equal to true will be printed. Now what is the case of value of B? B is true. So what happened? How we will use the B means if B means if true means this is executed, or else false means this is not executed. Like this we can see the case states of one Boolean operators, right? Fine. I hope so this video is clear for you. I will catch you in the next topic in Java with next video. Thank you.